I am Prachi. Today I am going to explain the important theory question and answer based on unit number 1. So the energy conservation basics is the unit number 1 in energy conservation and audit. According to MSBT syllabus, there are 6 points in this chapter. So the 1.1 is energy scenario, primary and secondary energy demand, primary and secondary energy demand and supply present national energy scenario. 1.2 is Need of Energy Conservation Act 2001 concept and application used in domestic appliances. And 1.3 is Energy Conservation Act 2001 relevant clauses of energy conservation. 1.4 is BEE and its roles, means Bureau of Energy Efficiency and its roles. 1.5 is MEDA and its roles. 1.6 is star labeling need and its benefits, means there are 6 points in the unit number 1. So today I am going to explain 1.1 and 1.2 based on these questions asked in the exam. Question number 1 is what is energy demand and supply? So the energy demand means what? It is the term used to describe the consumption of energy by human activity. It is drives the whole energy system, influencing the total amount of energy used. And location, types of well used in energy supply system, characteristics of the technology that consume energy. This is the energy demand. Then what is energy supply? Energy supply, it is the delivery of auto transformer fuel to point of consumption. It includes the extraction like a transmission, generation, distribution and storage of fuel. So this is the energy demand and energy supply. Question number 2 is what are the different sources of energy? So the answer is primary and secondary energy sources, renewable and non-renewable energy sources, conventional and non-conventional energy sources. So the first, primary and secondary energy. So the primary energy sources that are either found or stored in nature. Common primary energy sources are coal, oil, natural gas and biomass such as wood. Other primary energy sources are available include nuclear energy from radioactive substance, is thermal energy stored in Earth's interior and potential energy due to Earth's gravity. Primary resources are mostly converted in industrial utilities into secondary energy sources. For example, coal, oil or gas are converted into steam and electricity. Coal, oil or gas are the primary energy sources and electricity it is a secondary energy source. So the simple definition of secondary energy source is a source of energy that can be distributed easily but has been manufactured using the primary energy source, that is electricity. So the next point is commercial and non-commercial energies. Commercial energy sources are available in market with different price to the user. Means for purchase it we give some amount. And the commercial energy sources are coal, petroleum, natural gas and electricity. And the non-commercial energy sources means non-commercial energy is energy which is available free of cost to the users. Means for us non-commercial energy source is free. So the non-commercial energy sources are fire, wood, agriculture waste, cow dungs. Third point is renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Renewable energy is an energy which is obtained from the solar, wind, tides, geothermal, heat, and biomass. It is also called as non conventional energy, and it is unlimited in nature. Means the sun, wind, it is unlimited in nature. And non renewable energy is an energy which is obtained from the coal, oil, and gas, natural gas, and nuclear energy. It is also called as conventional energy, and it is limited in nature. Means non renewable energy is a conventional energy, and renewable energy is a non conventional energy. It is remember. Question number 3 is, what is the present energy scenario in India? So the answer is, India's electricity consumption accounts for about 4% world total electricity consumption, and it is growing at the rate 8 to 10% per year. Means it is grow per year by 8 to 10%. In India, total energy shortage is 9% with peak shortage at 15.2%, and country power is likely to around 120 gigawatt at present. So the next point is 1.2, need of energy conservation. Why we need to conserve the energy? So the answer we can write, sources comes from fossil fuel like coal, oil take number of years to form through natural cycle. It is means it is very long process, and it is a very long time period. So the rising population, rising industrialization, changing lifestyle keep rising the energy demand. Means increasing population and increasing industrialization, changing lifestyle, for all these we have to need to conserve the energy. Third point is, to meet these demands, means rising population, rising industrialization. To meet these demands, we have to consume maximum fossil fuel, and energy conservation is needed. And the applications of need of energy conservation in domestic appliances. Turn off light when not required. When we are not present in the room, turn off the lights. Many automatic devices can help in saving energy using lighting. Means in this today's days, the some automatic devices can help in saving energy. Fluorescent tube light and CFL convert electricity to visible light up to 5 times more efficiently than ordinary bulb, and thus save 70% of light at same lighting level. Means fluorescent tube light and CFL convert electricity to visible light up to 5 times more efficiently. Means the incandescent lamp, it is consume more energy, but fluorescent tube light and CFL are converts electricity to visible light up to 5 times more efficiently than ordinary bulbs, and thus save 70% of light at same lightning level. So these are the very helpful, the CFL and fluorescent tube light. Also the LED lamp are also helps to save the energy. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe this channel.